So I'm often asked by brand new insurance agents, what is really one of the most important things that I need to know before I jump into insurance sales? Well, get ready. Here we go. This will apply to you veterans too. Number one, you've got to understand that belief is the backbone of a very simple business. And a lot of folks think the business is easy, but if you don't believe you can do it, you probably won't. And it's so critical that you have a mindset that is positive, that's powerful, that really embraces your inner why. If you know what your inner why is, why you are here on this planet, you're going to be able to push into your what. So, belief, my friends, is so critical to you having a chance of capitalizing. And not everybody makes it in the industry because they don't make it about the why, their inner purpose. They just push product. So, really get yourself into a place that you have insane levels of belief. If you want to make the bucks in this industry, you've got to believe that you can do it and also believe that what you're doing is important. My question that I would pose to you as a life insurance agent is, do you even own the product that you're selling? You don't want to be that insurance agent that doesn't even own insurance. You're just as exposed as your sweet clients who have nothing. Are you kidding me? This is like a dentist that wants to work on your teeth that has cavities all over the place and looks like they need to go see somebody. Are you really wanting to go to that dentist? You've got to have an undying belief in what you do. In my opinion, is that you should own what you're selling. You should own life insurance if you're trying to get out there and get other folks to believe that they need to own it too. You need to own your own brand, and that's really critical. You're going to find that you're going to have an easier time. Not that the business is easy, but an easier time when you believe you've got what it takes, but you also buy your own brand. Very important. If you don't have insurance, well, I would encourage you to give yourself some assurance. Okay, cliche, I know, but purchase the insurance that you're trying to sell. The exclusion, though, will be for you young bucks out there and young ladies out there in the industry in the Medicare space, and you're not old enough. Okay, I get that. But in the life insurance space or final expense space, you should not be fine without owning insurance. So make sure you've got insurance yourself, and you'll probably sell more because you can speak with transparency to Mrs. Johnson that you're trying to sell. Go, Mrs. Johnson, I own this exact same company. They're phenomenal. I personally own them. This belief is so important to people buying into what you're trying to sell. So number two is very critical in this industry is you've got to understand your clients buy you before they buy your product and your service. A lot of folks out there are like, I'm going to just sell, 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 and make a bunch of commission and top comp. And I'm not saying you can't make top comp and can't make great commission when you're selling insurance. And we do recruit and partner with powerful insurance agents as agencies nationally to sell with us life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face to face, but more importantly in the telespace. And we've got free resources for you no matter what work family you align with at jasonfinalexpense.com. But you've got to really understand that this business requires belief. But then number two is the business requires your clients believing in you before they ever buy that product or service from you. You've got to seem and really be inside of you. Your inner why has to be so full, like a well that's not going to run dry with your purpose. You've got to believe in your product if you want to be able to promote it and find, in my opinion, profitability when you start selling policies. You've got to get it with belief. They buy you before they buy your product and your service. You've got to be confident for sure. You've got to be competent in your product offering, what you're going to do for them. The what is so important. The why, yes, but you've got to know what to do so that when you get into that sales call, you're seamless. When they give you a little pushback, you don't take it personal. It's part of the process. So get yourself into a position, my friends, where you train well, that you train like this industry is going to take me out, like it does 90% of insurance agents that touch the insurance market. And that's not trying to scare you away. It's something that I want you to know as a statistic. It doesn't mean it's going to be you. It doesn't mean it has to be you. But you've got to have this dragon skin about you, but yet a soft heart. You've got to believe you've got what it takes. You've got to let your clients hopefully believe in you because you own the product and because you're going to own your script. You're going to own your system. You're not just going to wing it and then wonder why the business isn't easy. The business is not easy. Very simple to be able to follow steps, very simple to know I need to knock doors. If I'm a face to face insurance agent, it's a very simple thing to know I've got to pick up this 9,000-pound phone, put it in my ear, but I can't do anything. I'm not engaging with clients if I'm not pushing the buttons. I've got to talk to people to have a chance of a take home. I'm going to get so much rejection before I find the real opportunity where the sale happens. I've got to have belief. Even though some days I feel like I get beat up on the phone, you've got to have an undying purpose if you want to have the best chance of profitability, my friends. So when a new agent jumps into this industry, I always say, do you have belief? Do you really believe that you're doing good by people? Do you believe in the product? You can't sell something you don't truly believe, because what's in you, my friends, is going to come out of you. And if you're sitting across the telephone or sitting across the table, they don't believe that you believe in the product, you're probably going to go to the poorhouse, my friends, because they can smell it right across the table or across the telephone. You've got to be confident, yes, competent for sure. And competency can happen through training and truly just being mentored. We mentor some amazing agents nationally that we recruit, including agencies that align here at jasonfinalexpense.com. We love our work family, but the business works out when we work the business. This is just like anything. You see the people that jump into the gym in January and they're gone. A beach body is built in the months preceding this. You say you want to do certain things, you've got to have discipline, you've got to have grind, but you've got to have a good heart. When you get across that phone, do you believe you've got what it takes? Do you believe that you're doing the good work? Well, you may get a whole lot more done if you've got an undying belief in the midst of getting beat up, because you will get beat up in this industry with tiny chargebacks. You're going to get beat up sometimes with the no bus. It runs over you. Just know it's not personal. It's part of the process. It's not something that is going to sting forever, because when you've got that just sting when bad things happen, as soon as you get that next sale, it'll just infuse you with hopefully an intentional belief that you are making people's lives better than when you first found them. So I hope this video gives you a little okay, ball into what the industry is going to intentionally look like. But it takes belief. It takes you training, like the business is going to come after you. And just know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and give yourself a little grace when you first start off. Know that it's going to be sometimes a little rough in the beginning before it gets really good. The industry takes time to get seasoned, just like a cast iron pan. First, things start sticking, and then after a while, you're like, well, I just became unconsciously competent, and this business is seamless, but it is far from easy. So simple the business is, but make sure you stay in your lane, stay training, stay myopic on one boring product so that you can have the best chance of taking it far in this industry. I hope this video helps you. If we can give you any resources or a work family to call home, jasonfinalexpense.com. I'll put a video up here that you may enjoy as well that may take you far when it comes to trying to understand how Social Security billing works so that you can have more of the business stick and stay. And that, my friends, is the business that pays. Remember, you've got what it takes. We'll see you soon.